Good morning, everyone. Welcome to All Souls. I'm so glad to be with you this morning here in the sanctuary. Glad to be with those of you who are joining us by live stream. We always have quite a few people joining us from home in New York or from far away. We are a welcoming and inclusive community of members and friends, and we especially welcome those of you who are new this morning or who are visiting us from out of town or visiting us from in town. We're glad that you're here. My name is Pamela Patton. I'm the assistant minister, and joining me in the chancel this morning is Reverend Elaine Peresluha, who is our interim senior minister. If you are new, or perhaps come every so often, or as someone described himself this morning, you consider yourself a stray, which we welcome as well. If that's the case, and this person, by the way, is no longer considered a stray, we hope that anyone who comes once in a while will find a home here and feel welcome and continue to come as much as you'd like to. We love having you. If you are new, though, or we don't really know you, there is a card in front of you in the pew that has a QR code on it, so you can use the QR code to let us know about you, or you can actually fill out the form and put it in a box in the vestibule on your way out, or hand it in through the offertory plate. Today we have All Souls in 20 minutes immediately after the service with our membership manager and spiritual care manager, Gretchen Gabrielson, who's back there in the corner, and she will be running All Souls in 20 minutes. It's just a chance to come up and tell us a little bit about yourself and have us tell you a little bit about us. And we do it every Sunday, and you're most welcome whether you've been coming for a while or you're brand new. We also have our newcomers bagel brunch today, which is in coffee hour. So in any case, we welcome you to coffee hour. And it's nice to be at a table maybe with some other newcomers if you'd like to do that. It's either down 2 flights of stairs, or if you prefer or need the ramp and the elevator, you can go down the ramp at the back of the vestibule and then down the ramp into the other building, and there's an elevator there. We have a board meeting today at 1 o'clock, all are invited, and we have listening circles today at 1 o'clock, which is a chance to get to know others in our community, have questions answered, and share aspirations for All Souls. If you're interested in that, there will be a table at coffee hour, and you can sign up and they'll tell you which room to go to. Tonight at 7 o'clock, we have a winter solstice sanctuary sound bath, where you sit here in the sanctuary and experience gongs and different vibrations that will bring you into the solstice with poetry by Thich Nhat Hanh. You're all invited to that as well. Please refer to your order of service for details about our Christmas Eve services and our poinsettia tributes. I also want to just finally say that we have 10 days left at the end of our year campaign for our annual fund. If we raise $150,000 in November and December, we will unlock a match of $50,000. The good news is we're at $141,626. So you can actually take us over the edge. I mean, you can contribute to taking us over the edge, and we would really appreciate that. Your gift can get us there. There is a QR code in the order of service or a link for giving, and you can also send checks. You can do it any way you like. We're always very grateful. Thank you for your contributions to All Souls in many ways, with your time, your talent, and with your financial gifts. And now please silence your electronic devices. And I invite you to quiet your hearts and your minds as we hear the call to worship.
Desire the water O spinner, weaver of our lives, your loom is love. May we who are gathered here be empowered by that love to weave new threads of understanding and appreciation into a web of life that is strong, compassionate, and everlasting.
Good morning, everyone. I had this great pleasure of witnessing the choir this morning, quite inadvertently, having shown up 10 minutes early for my gig, so to speak. I was to have remained seated, as you might have noticed, but it was of great meaning to me to be able to be in. Who was it who said 90% of success is just showing up? So I showed up early. Here I am. My name is Patricia Hayo, and I am absolutely delighted to be with all of you this morning, feeling very honored to be here, and to be here in this absolutely glorious, inviting sanctuary that is All Souls, the place where community values, our mission, and our belief in the dignity of all is ever evident. Whenever I'm here, I feel enveloped and inspired and ultimately transformed in some unexpected fashion. Though I may arrive here with a heavy heart or a heart that is not so full, tender or aching, calm or unsettled, or more likely a creative combination of all of those things, I know I am not alone. Having left behind long ago the religious dogma of my early years, I discovered this extraordinary spiritual home many years ago with my late husband. Over the years, we discovered many truths about All Souls. We discovered it is, without fail, an ever-evolving community that invites inquiry and doubt, one that embraces everyone, just as one is, and reminds us that our presence, our perspectives, our experience, and our participation are critical to ensuring its vibrancy and relevance. Those are all signatures of All Souls. We discovered also, as in the Unitarian Universalist tradition, we are not asked to check our doubts at the door, nor to ever pretend that life is simpler than it is. We discovered also that this is a place where each person's story truly matters. Our unpredictable faith journey, the story of our experiences and relationships that shaped us since childhood, our joy and our sorrows, our hopes and our fears, and our demons. Here there is a sacred space for the all of it. We also discovered that those who sacrificed their treasure and gave of their time and talent to ensure that All Souls would thrive in the future as a spiritual home for generations to come. We discovered that without their generosity, we would not be here this morning. The mantle has been passed to us and is now ours. Through our generosity, particularly, as Pamela mentioned earlier, during our vital capital campaign and the Essential Annual Fund, we have the opportunity to shape and ensure the future of this magnificent faith community far into the future by sharing our own treasure and talent and time. Each of us has an opportunity to create a tomorrow where the chalice of All Souls will continue to burn brightly for those perhaps not yet even born, allowing them to seek and to dream and to rejoice, just as we are able to do week after week. As we participate in the service this morning, may we listen deeply to the music, the beautiful music, and to the silence, and to one another, and to respect fully the diverse ways of recognizing and defining the sacred: God, Spirit, love, truth, compassion, empathy, humility, justice, or simply the vast unknown. We are here together with and for one another as collective architects of this beautiful community. This is the miracle of the season of light, and it is the miracle of all souls every season. I now invite you to stand as you are able and to join us in repeating the bond of union. In the freedom of the truth and in the spirit of love, we unite for the worship of God and the service of all. Thank you.
We invite you to stay standing, and we'll join together in the responsive reading that is printed in your order of service. Pamela will leave the bold right side of the house, and I will leave the less bold left side of the house. You're bold.
The bold is second.
Not on my paper.
I'll start, Elaine. That's, you all are with me on this side, just to clarify. All right. Shine out upon the world, new sun, on old and young, on rich and poor, on sad and joyful, on home and hearth and feast, on brightening bough and glittering tree.
Melt every frost-bound heart till it glows with the warmth of generous desire, and let the quiet of darkness inspire the peace of new fallen snow.
Welcome, rich season of bounty and good cheer. Wreathe every life with garlands of innocent mirth.
Crown with green wreaths of joy the brows of those we love. Weave in red berries of health and bright star of hope.
In this time of the longest nights, we honor the earth's seasons of birth and death.
May it be so. Please join together and we will sing Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly. It is number 235.
Deck
Our reading this morning is Charge of the Star Goddess by Starhawk. Hear the words of the Star Goddess, the dust of whose feet are the hosts of heaven, whose body encircles the universe. I, who am the beauty of the green earth and the white moon among the stars and the mysteries of the waters, I call upon your soul to arise and come unto me. For I am the soul of nature that gives life to the universe. From me all things proceed, and unto me they must return. Let my worship be in the heart that rejoices. For behold, all acts of love and pleasure are my rituals. Let there be beauty and strength, power and compassion, honor and humility, mirth and reverence within you. And you who seek to know me, know that the seeking and yearning will avail you not unless you know the mystery. For if that which you seek you find not within yourself, you will never find it without. For behold, I have been with you from the beginning, and I am that which is attained at the end of desire.
Shining night of star-made shadows round, kindness must watch for me this side the ground. The lady lies down the north, all is healed, all is health. I summer holds the earth. Hearts all sure on this shining night I weep for wonder, wandering far alone of shadows on the stars.
The time of the longest night is here. The time of the grieving dark, virgin aspect of the great mother, who in solitude nurtures and protects the son conceived in her womb. The Mother Goddess teaches us that if we are willing to experience the chaos and the pain of the darkness, life will return to us, bringing it with it rebirth and renewal. In sacred circles, atop mounds and barrows, our ancestors watched the sky for the weakening sun and strengthening night, not because they feared the dark, and not because they feared the sun would lose its way and fail to return, but because they knew only in darkness, when it is complete, could the new sun be born. They watched quietly for that longest, darkest night of the year to celebrate the cycles of nature, which always brought light out of the darkness and life out of death. Life, death, love. Life, death, love. Our prayer is that we resolve our difficulties with darkness. See the possibilities of the full darkness and the follow time. Allow that darkness to enter our souls. Watch for winter rain or snow from a gray sky. Hear the song of the single bird on a bare branch. Move between life and death, where only there we can ponder our own existence. Life, death, love. We find life out of death, and there rediscover love. May it be so.
Our practice of collecting an offering is a sacrament of this self-sustaining and self-governing community. It's supported by the voluntary generosity of all of you who join with us. If you're new to our community, there's no need to give. You're our guest. We're glad to have you today. Our offering today will now be given and received to support our mission of transforming our own lives and the world around us.
On Friday night, I was deep into my sermon writing process, which is to take everything I can possibly find from books and the internet, except ChatGPT, and I put it on, for me, what is the dreaded blank page. I am terrified of blank pages. So I put everything I can there, and then, very much like a sculptor, I get out my chisel and I start chipping away at those words, that granite on the page, until a sermon emerges. I was tired, feeling just a little bit achy, chilly, and I thought, I'm going to stop this and I'm going to go to bed so that I can ward off that little virus that's lurking to try and catch me before Christmas. Slept well. In the morning, there was a text from a friend who knew that I was busy trying to fight off the virus. And he said, when I said I was fine and that I was continuing my sermon, he said, is there a connection between the virus attack, the solstice, and the state of the world? And I said, is your success in the virus fight right at the solstice indicative of a sea change in the world? And I said, I am not sure if there is a connection between fighting off a virus and fighting fascism, but certainly, if there is, a celebration at the darkest night certainly offers the greatest possibilities. There's a lot to be had in darkness. Wisdom comes from sitting when you cannot see, and you can open your heart rather than your mind. Because sometimes that's exactly what we need, is more heart, less mind. The Earth orbits the sun just once a year, and as it travels around the sun, the Earth is also rotating on its axis, always pointing in the same direction. So different parts of the Earth are tipped toward the sun at different times throughout the year. It's this axial tilt that produces our seasons. When our hemisphere is tipped toward the sun, summer. When our hemisphere is tipped away from the sun, winter. Each year, that astronomical winter begins with the shortest day of the year. The winter solstice occurs every year around December 20th to 21st, 22nd. And after that, we get to welcome the light returning. So starting today, it's going to get a little bit lighter. That tilt of the Earth causes the height of the sun in the sky to change as well. For months prior to the winter solstice, the sun arc across the sky grows shorter and shorter. And around the solstice, the northern hemisphere tilts as far away from the sun as it can. And the sun travels its shortest, lowest path through the sky. Because of those extreme tilts in that relative plane of the orbit of the sun, it also signals a change that produces that long night, which is what inspired people from the very first times that humans were around to start thinking about their survival. They recognized that there was a cycle. They didn't quite understand the tilt of the Earth or the orbits of the sun. But what they did know was that the seasons were changing. They also knew that those seasons were very, very important to their survival. And that there was a very practical benefit for them to know when winter would begin and that it would end. And also that there was something more to be gained by making those observations. Knowing when to plant. Knowing how long the harvest would be. Knowing the signs to watch for that would indicate just how long they were going to be cold. They may have feared that because the sun was so much lower in the sky during that winter, that perhaps, without some intervention, it would sink deep and not return. So began devotions to the Earth Mother. Anything they could do to make sure that sun was going to come back, that they were going to be provided for, that spring would return. The feminine divine gave people a way to understand how our lives are connected and interconnected with each other and with the earth and the cycles of nature. So the great goddess was most revered on that solstice darkness. And it was she that was worshipped, for who the lights are turned on and the beseeching fires were burned. It was an intention at that longest night of the year to let her know that she was worshipped and appreciated, and that the community of humans could learn to share with other humans. They knew they had to share with the non-humans inhabiting the earth, and that the Great Mother was in charge of it all, sustaining them all. There are many different traditions of earth-based religions. They're all based on that goddess-centered, male-female-centered appreciation of the earth and the cycles of the seasons. Wicca is one of those traditions, and as a pagan, I have always practiced Starhawk's Wiccan traditions. Feminist Wicca, blending spiritual practices with activism and the linking of magic and nature together for social change. Normally, on a solstice, in a solstice celebration of community, there would be a casting of the circle, where you call upon the earth's east, west, north, and south to create a sacred circle of protection, sort of a temporary temple to focus magical energy and to join that magical energy, which is not, hocus pocus sort of stuff, but the combined serving of something greater than self that shared with the intention of all the people present, where you join your thought and your energy and your beliefs together to create something that can be felt like magic. Rituals, spells about the solstice and the state of the world, feeling like we've thwarted off anything that can injure us. Now, I did not call a circle with the 4 directions today because there's something about a Wiccan circle that it requires that everybody share the same intention, share the same belief, and that space between the worlds that is for focused spiritual work needs to be a shared intention. So if we ever do that, you will be sure that I will get your shared intention before asking to cast a circle and to do that Wiccan spiritual work. In pagan traditions, that goddess-centered solstice celebration is a representation of Earth's fertility. And it's also a reminder that somewhere in those cycles of birth, life, death, rebirth, there is a place for us to sort of focus on the darkness of our own souls, those places that we carry secret wishes, unspoken frustrations or hurts, loneliness, regrets, worries. Solstice reminds us that darkness is not something to be avoided or feared. We need those dark places for our souls to find our heart's place. Because the light is more about our minds. You know, we stay in our thinking place. And we find a certain kind of safety and comfort with thinking through things. But there's also a place for letting that go and just sitting, whatever rests in our heart. It's there that we may not be able to resolve whatever it is, but in acknowledging it, we can find rest and rejuvenation without a solution. And sometimes that is essential for us, to be able to live with whatever it is in our hearts without knowing how to fix it. That's where balance can be found. And then, when we have rested, been comforted, restored, we can return from that dark place in our soul to this world of light and perhaps bring new possibilities with us. The moment of solstice was this morning at 4:19 a.m. So in New York City now, the light is returning, and the longest night is over. So today, we welcome those new beginnings. So we say, shine out on the world, new sun, for old and young, for rich and poor, on sad and joyful, on home and hearth, may feast and brightening boughs and glittering trees remind us of joy, and melt every frost-bound heart till it glows with the light and warmth of generous desires. Let the comforting light shine on all the dark places. Brighter days be brought forth after this winter solstice is behind us. That is what our ancestors depended upon, was that return. The crown, the green wreaths of joy, the red berries woven into the green and the hearth with a bright star of hope shining. So, today, we welcome that rich season of bounty and good cheer. We wreath every life with garlands and innocent mirth, welcoming this blessed season of peace that will wrap us up until the spring brings us warmth. Shed peace, goodwill and peace on all the peoples of this earth. May it be so as the sun returns. So the shortest day came, and the year died. And everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing, dancing, to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreens. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them, echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight. This shortest day, as promise wakens in the sleeping land, carol, feast, and give thanks, and hope for peace. And so do we, here, now. Welcome, Yule. You repeat. Oh, you can do better than that. You have to call it back. Welcome, Yule. Now, rise as you are able, and we're going to sing the Holly and the Ivy, and the lyrics are printed in your order of service.
Please be seated. As we extinguish the light of our chalice, we carry the fire of commitment and the love of this community with us always. And now in our going, may love bless us and keep us. May the light of love shine upon us and out from within us, and be gracious unto us and grant us peace. For this is the day we are given. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.